All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here. Dreamstate and Keep Gaming, best of 3, going into game number 2, and we got the draft underway. I'm joined here by my good buddy, Xander the Gamer. It's been a little bit, sir. Some of these tournaments are starting to die down. It's up to us to bring the hype here for community such as this.
Hype train is coming. I'm excited for this. You know, been a little bit of a lull, around Christmas, around the holidays. Some of the tournaments have ended. HPL now getting ready for season 2, so we have a little bit of a break. But ESL coming out strong, talking about that first big tournament with a sizable prize pool. So be excited to see.
It's actually really good to see some of the cash infusion coming in. ESL, of course, going to be on the forefront of that with their new series. HPL as well. ESV, I think, is going to be making a return, and countless more. There's so many EU tournaments going on as well, and we just really don't have a lot to say about because we're all over on the NA side. But this game, a lot to talk about. Tastar is actually not Tastar. Tychus going to be the first ban into an Abathur, and the first pick actually going to go the way of Arthas here for damn, I just hit ban on Arthas. That's not right. It's not an Arthas ban, it's an Arthas pick there for Keep Gaming.
Arthas pick, and then a Tassadar Falstad pick for Dreamstate. But yeah, the ban of Tychus and the ban of Abba, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised to see the Abba.
Now, I've been saying this for a little bit, but Abathur right now is Kassadin of League of Legends. He's the Kassadin of Heroes of the New Earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're second pick, if you're not first pick, you have to ban it. You have to. Because he's just too powerful right now. Like, with the Jaina patch, I foresee we're going to have a lot of changes coming the way of him. But right now, you don't have any choice. Absolutely none. You have to ban it.
Yeah, he's just too powerful right now. I mean, you can pick him up, and even if you don't get the Asmodon pick with him, just doubling up a lot of the strong heroes right now is just incredibly powerful. Double Tychus, double Arthas. There's just so much work that can be done with Abathur. So he's got to get out there. But Arthas and Tassadar Falstad, not surprised to see them being picked up early on as well. Again, Arthas, I feel Arthas, Tassadar, and now I would say Abathur are those big 3 that we see usually at the beginning of any match. So
I'm a little surprised we didn't have a Tassadar first pick up there from Keep Gaming. That felt a little weird. Definitely felt a little weird. But still, hey, Arthas is a very good pick into the Tassadar Falstad. That's fine. We're actually going to follow that up now with a Nubarak. Definitely, he was actually a ban last round. So going for them here. It's I'm a little curious about the last pick though. Tyrael. A Nubarak in Tyrael on top of an Arthas. That's a triple tank lineup.
That's a lot of tankiness. My hope is that they're planning on just trying to out-sustain the initial engagement coming from the enemy team, but we shall see. I mean, well, we have on the other side, we have Tassadar Falstad. That's a decent amount of damage already, in my opinion. I mean, Tassadar filling a damage roll pretty well himself. But, I mean, to triple tank it up over after seeing that at the start, it seems a little surprising to me.
I wonder if this is just literally a reaction from Keep Gaming from the first game, and they're just going to go 5 tanks.
Just a 5-tank run.
And look at that. Like, look at Mancho show here. He, for the team captain for Dreamstate, they go Uther, Rhaegar. Again, not a combo that you see a lot of usually when you're looking at this more the high meta kind of stuff, but they're going to out-heal these guys. They say, all right, I see your triple tank, and we're just going to out-heal that. Just like, you're beefy, we got heals.
All right, so you want to try to survive?
Double heal from Uther. That's healing ward and chain heal from Rhaegar. That's healing ward from Tassadar. What are you going to do against that with no damage on your team?
And they did pick up the Rhaegar too, and I mean they could if they. I mean they're gonna have the ancestral healing more likely than not with the lineup that they have right now. That's I don't know. I hope for them that this many tanks works out, but I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be able to blast through the damage and the healing that's coming out of the lineup from Dreamstate. I like Dreamstate's lineup a little bit more right now. But we do see a Malfurion, which is nice. Always.
And a Nova? They're going to bank it all on a Nova.
We're throwing it all on Nova. I mean, she is so powerful right now. We said it before, the Hotshots ban. That's the #1 most requested thing right now, I would say, on the forums. So we'll see what she does. But I don't think she can take out a whole team by herself. So
yeah,
hopefully...
that's going to be something there.
hopefully Tyrael may be able to get in there and brawl a little bit, and Anubarak as well, but we'll see.
So Tranquility, Malfurion with a triple tank front line to protect a possibly not roaming Nova. I mean, we do have Uther and Rhaegar. One of them is going to go either Farsight or Clairvoyance. Something to note, I didn't bring this up last game, but I looked at the towns. They had double Clairvoyance on Keep Gaming, even though there was no stealth in the game. I thought that was a little bit of a miscommunication from them. And Keep Gaming definitely feels a little bit newer on the block. I mean, we definitely have names that we recognize there from Dreamstate. They definitely had much more recognizable play and picks, but yeah, I'm looking at the second game. I almost called it this last game, and Vala is just going to take these guys to town because she can get Giant Slayer. So can the Falstad, but they also have some great AoE options available to them. Yeah,
absolutely. Tassadar excelling with that Static Storm in terms of his AoE damage. And again, even when he goes Archon form, he does half of his main target damage to I think it's two targets right next to that player. So he does definitely a lot of AoE damage options. I really feel just like the lineup right now from Dreamstate is so powerful. It's kind of wonky on the side of Keep Gaming. So we'll see if they're going to be able to maybe do something against this. But my money is going to be on Dreamstate here, showing a really strong performance in the first game. But as we get ready to go into Garden of Terror for game number 2, I'm liking their lineup a little bit more.
It's it's a little harder to kind of go forward with a mentality that Keep Gaming is actually going to take this game. It is on the Garden of Terror. So having bigger, tankier options, it will lead them into some really nice Merc controls, some really nice seeds, because they have the beef. They can do this. We got the self-healing on Arthas. We got the shields from Tyrael. And, those guys, not only are they great laners by themselves, but they're great in terms of going off and getting Merc camps. They're great in going off and getting seeds, because they're not going to blow up. Even if they get ganked, it's going to be very hard to take them down. With the roaming Nova going into this, like, who would you even roam with the Nova? Like, you have to have 3 laners, which would leave you into what?
I mean, Anubarak could go around with her, I would assume. Or
I'm thinking Malfurion with the root.
Maybe? Yeah, with the root.
And he just kind of does like drive-by healing. He just does like old World of Warcraft style. You do drive-by rejuves as you leave town. Have you ever done that before?
And then you just leave.
I used to do drive-by marking as a druid back in vanilla. It's just like I'd just go right through a town and just like, you get a mark, and you get a mark, and you get a mark, and everybody gets a mark. And about a mana by the time of it, but you're just moving on in cheetah form,
And everybody's got a mark.
Exactly so. All right, would you like to introduce our Dreamstate blue team, sir?
Absolutely. On the left, in blue, we have Dreamstate Suki on the Uther. We have Supra on Tassadar. Up in the top lane, we got Hakfu once again on that Falstad. Bottom lane, we've got the Mancho Show on the Vala, and Echo on Rhaegar.
Echo with a double K, not an ECHO as a note. Flip side, though, these guys are down 1-0 right now. And in this best of 3, Dolphin, Pizza, and Dejin going to be in the top there with the Tyrael, and perhaps not the Malfurion, decides to do a 180. UFO going to be there in the mid on that Anubarak, and that leaves us with Denvar on the Nova and Palif down south, who's about to run into the 3-man stack of Dreamstate, and that is almost going to be the first. Malfurion coming down was actually a really good idea, but the self-healing had to use out that Howling Blast as well. It will get Palif away safely, but he's going to have to go back to town.
Again, having to throw out a lot there to just keep himself alive in that bottom lane. I mean, that was so close. Denvar was there trying to give him some support, but it looked pretty grim for him in that lineup just at the end there. But he did have to throw out a little bit to keep himself alive. As we see that, we have mid lane, we have UFO and Echo just kind of going at it here. Looks like he's putting a lot of pressure there on Echo, but Echo's got that heal. It'll be fine. And it looks like Hakfu and Dolphin Pizza sounds delicious up in top lane. Just going at it once again, and we'll see as the night phase comes out. I'm surprised to see not more roaming going on from either team, really. But and again, to see the Tassadar not solo laning is surprising to me a little bit here. But there's a Howling Blast coming from Palif. He's going to try to make something happen there. It looks like the entangling roots go down, but it's not going to hit anybody. Denvar, though, getting a few shots in here, might be able to do a little bit of damage to Supra, but it's not going to be enough, and they're going to back off. So yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised to not see a little bit more roaming coming out of Keep Gaming, especially right now.
Now, UFO there in the mid on that Anubarak, he actually was dueling out Rhaegar very nicely. In fact, he actually had a bigger advantage. Something to note, though, Dejin in this bottom lane does actually have Scouting Probe. He just saw it there to use as well. Supra going to actually get a little bit low, does have the Void Shift ready to go. So he's going to be all right. That's, of course, one of the bigger pains of trying to kill a Tassadar early. But then as soon as, UFO was trying to win that mid, healing ward went down, or healing totem, sorry, went down. The tier 1 healing totem. So yeah, what do you do against that? You won't win. Bottom lane, however, a little bit of a scuffle.
A little bit of a scuffle. Looks like Denvar, though, right there, right in the front lane, taking a lot of damage. They're going to follow up, though. Palif so low. Might get picked off here, but it looks like UFO and Dolphin Pizza are going to be there to support. Suki now backing off. Echo taking some damage, but he gets a heal. Looks like there's a Howling Blast. Dolphin Pizza, though, going to back off, and it looks like both teams are just going to slap at each other a little bit, and no one is going to go down.
Ooh, Dolphin.
Nubarak so very low, needs to be careful.
The entire hit points of the team here from Keep Gaming very, very low. And again, this is going to be a problem with their comp. They don't have a lot of big damage. And because of that, we do have, again, the healing totem coming out there from at level 1 on the Rhaegar. We do have a little bit more of a multi-shot build as from Vala. I fully expect we're going to have kind of the same here with Tastar, the Psionic Storm into Static Charge. But would this be a healing ward right here? Supra doesn't know. No, he's going to take mental acuity. So he's going to be trying to keep up those oracles so that they can keep on top of the Nova. Echo does actually have the Farsight, so I would not expect the Uther to actually go Clairvoyance at this point either. But, Dejin's going to have his work cut out for him. He does have the probe, he does have healing ward, and he is going to be the sole source of healing for the team on Keep Gaming. But, the damage is another thing to note.
And surprisingly enough, no plant terror for either team after this first night. They did split 98 to 82, but there's a little bit of a scuffle. UFO in the back lane tries to throw down some spikes, keep himself alive. Dolphin Pizza jumping right in the front, trying to keep some pressure off of him, and he's going to be able to walk out. But Palif being left here, no support. He will go down, and the first kill is going to go to Dreamstate as they throw down a storm there to just keep them from re-engaging, and they're going to go right back to it. And that's the first kill. But as I was saying, it was a little surprising to see no one actually coming out with a terror in that first time. Usually you see somebody gets a little bit aggressive and is able to grab just enough, and it looks like Dreamstate was almost there, 2 seeds short, but they weren't able to pick it up. So it looks like they'll be going for some camps here to make up for it.
Definitely a lot stronger of a showing here from Keep Gaming, especially this early game. They're down 2 levels, but at the 4-minute mark, I mean, we already had multiple kills under the belt there of Dreamstate, and they were already looking for at least the second tribute. And, very similar kind of thing. That they are falling a bit behind in terms of their experience and soaking. Supra could be in a little bit of trouble down here, but we don't really, again, have the big burst damage to follow up any kind of big engagements. They got Nova, who is great for the burst, but we don't have that sustained damage. We got, of course, Vala and Falstead. Big auto attack damage, guys. Big in terms of the burst with their ults, but at the same time, very steady DPS. And the tankiness is working for Keep in terms of, they're able to fight off the seeds. It came out very even, but these engages, man, there's so much healing for Dreamstate.
I think as we go later into the game, especially once we hit around level 10, it's really going to be hard, I think, for Keep to survive. They have the burst damage out of Nova, but again, as you said, there's no sustained damage to follow that up. If that burst does not kill, they have so much healing on the side of Dreamstate, they're going to be able to live through that and I think turn it around and continue killing them once they have those ultimates. As level 9 goes here for Dreamstate, they're going to be, again, ahead almost 2 levels here, but not quite. Still about a little over half a level difference there, level 7 for Keep Gaming. And they're going to be taking that night camp. They're going to be taking that, looking to go for that night camp in top lane.
So I have actually enabled game sound. So sorry about that, guys. But it's not looking good again for Keep. Again, I think this is a lot stronger of a showing here. Dejin is actually going to get that boomerang on top of his face, and they are going to come back into this. They are going to try to fight out these Knights. Dolphin Pizza is standing there very steadfast on it, but he does go down, and UFO unfortunately just doesn't have the hit points to contest this as well. Those healing wards doing massive amounts of work, especially when everybody's clustered up like that. And again, no big damage here from Keep Gaming.
Absolutely. And again, as you saw there, they tried to go in, they tried to re-engage on top of it and stop them from picking up that camp, but there's really nothing to follow it up with. They just kind of went in there, the 2 of them, tried to keep them off as best they could, but there was nothing to try to really force them out of their offensive position on top of those Knights, and Dreamstate was able to just take it with little trouble. Looks like Palif here, though, taking a lot of damage, trying to stop him from picking up those Knights. Dolphin Pizza trying to protect him as best he can, and he's going to survive with the smallest smidgen of health, and they're going to go right back in on top of those Giants and pick him up, and this is more pressure on top of Keep Gaming.
I was going to say, if Dolphin goes in that, it's almost permanent death, but I think he's stuck around a little bit too long as well. Skin of his teeth, hungering out at the end, not going to be able to get it. That's a great snipe, but here comes the Rain of Vengeance. Another healing ward is going to go down, and Man Cho Show not going to get out of that one skin of his teeth. Look at the amount of healing coming right back on top of that Vala because of the double support, because of the healing wards. And once again, Keep Gaming not really a big response from them because now, again, as you said, they got to deal with pressure. They got these merc camps. Seeds are now up. We should have terrors on both sides, but with a 2-level lead, we don't have heroics here for keep.
Absolutely. Still no heroics as Dreamstate is making their way ever closer to the level 13 abilities. As we look at those, it looks like Bloodlust actually being taken by Rhaegar. So they're going to be trying to get in as much damage as they can. The Divine Shield going for Uther, which is not something we see usually ever.
I've been seeing it more, but usually like you would want to put that on somebody that needs to channel, like a strafe.
Yeah.
But we don't have a strafe. We have a Rain of Vengeance. So the shield actually, I think, is just, again, going back to the fact that they have a Nova. You know, what do you do to kind of deny the burst out of Nova? Well, shielding out a target is a really great way to stop that snipe combo.
Yeah, absolutely. They do need to know who that target is going to be. I mean, they probably have a very good idea who they're going to need to be covering, but still a surprising pick nonetheless as we see the Plant Terror come out for Dreamstate here. They're going to be sending that mid lane. Echo going to be on the charge towards mid, and there is a Terror in the tank, though, for Keep Gaming. So they could, they probably will.
They need to grab it, though.
Yeah, they need to grab it sooner rather than later, guys. Here at the 15-second mark here, they're up by the wall trying to defend this, but Echo is going to go and do so much damage. There's a precision strike going down, coming from Denvar, but it's not really going to do too much to stop this aggressive push here. There it is, UFO inside of the Plant Terror. Will he be able to stop this push coming in from that? Looks like he's going to be getting a few shots on Super. There's a Howling Blast, but it's not going to connect. Denvar sending out the scout, trying to see if he can get them to go in on it, but it looks like Echo just going to continue to bombard this outer fort, and it's going to go down. UFO now trying to jump in there. There is a seed and a plant. It's just trying to do as much as they can to keep them off and keep the pressure back as much as they can, but to what end? They're now 3 levels down, and they have no bottom defenses really at this point. They have nothing in mid lane, and top lane is really the only string of hope that they're holding on to for these outer defenses. Well,
yeah, as I said, a little bit of a terror fight going in. No gate into this top, so Echo's going to have free reign to come right into this. We are using the flower pots as best we can. UFO's using the hit points there of the garden to try to get these engages. That's going to be the judgment on top of Mancho Show. I'm not entirely too sure that Shotgunaut actually did the damage it needs. There's the shield, though, on top of the Mancho. So again, denying out what little damage we have here from Keep Gaming, and the hit points do not lie. We have actually bursted down the Taskmaster. He's actually going to be really low, but Nova's going to be dead in the water, and the rest of Keep Gaming is not going to be able to hold up. The hit points are dropping. That's 1. That's 2 now dead. And it's not looking good for the rest of the team because that fort is it's not looking very healthy, but they still haven't put a kill on the board here for Keep Gaming.
Yeah, they're absolutely Dreamstate is absolutely keeping that 3-level lead very well too. They're actually not letting it go. They continue to keep pushing. They got a lot of really great kills there. And as we said before, the Divine Shield, not something we're used to seeing, but against this lineup, I mean, it's an unconventional lineup, and it makes sense. If you can stop the one major damage that's coming out of the enemy team, then they really can't do much of anything. You don't need to stun them more. You just turn around and do the damage. You have the Bloodlust in the tank, and you have the rest of your team to just come in on top of that Bloodlust and do the damage that you need. So there again, like I said, they're getting through the burst damage, and as soon as it's done, they just turn around and they go in for the kill. So it looks like now a 4-level lead for Dreamstate over Keeps Gaming.
Yeah, once again, we're about to have that 2 talent tier advantage. UFO just does not have the hit points or the sustain to deal with this. There comes the Bloodlust. Dolphin Pizza is going to drop. We do get that precision strike, but the rain takes home 1, 2, and 3. It's a turkey here for Dreamstate as they're going to look for the cleanup crew. Denvar's not going to be living through that one. I don't think we're going to jump through the gate for Dejin, but still 9 kills to 0, and we are about to have that 2 talent tier lead, as we said. The Bloodlust is actually a really good idea overall. I really do like the idea of it because double DPS and a Tassadar. That used to be the original Wombo, right back in the day. The Bloodlust Archon. If you look at all the Archon upgrades, like, we do have the static charge and we got the distortion beam on top of that, which means that not only do we have the big reach with the Archon, he puts down the static charge. He's doing extra damage and he's slowing you, which means you're not getting away out of that.
It's like Malfurion going to be putting down the heal, trying to keep up the rest of his team as best he can. UFO taking a ton of damage from that shock and all. They're going to continue to move forward here. There, the Locust coming out of a new Barak Pal, moving forward, trying to put as much pressure as he can on top of Haku here. Haku taking some damage there. Super using the Archon, getting in all of that AoE damage as we said. There's a precision strike, but it's not going to land on anyone. They're just going to dodge it. Here we go. Shields are up. They're going to continue to move forward here. Now Dolphin Pizza caught in the backline. Down he goes. That's 1. Now going down for Keep Gaming. They're going to turn around now, Dreamstate, and they're going to go right around and continue that aggression that they had. They just kind of outlasted everything that they were pushing up against them with. And they were able to just stay alive and turn it around.
There's those two talents. Again, blood for blood coming out. Second strike, even more storms. It's going to be the overdrive, so it's a pure mage Falstad. Rhaegar again with the Earth Grasp total. You know, very, very kind of standard stuff. Uther's actually taking imposing presence instead of perhaps hardened. But at the same time, imposing is, again, denying a lot of that damage. Imposing presence is a 30% attack speed debuff, especially against some of these tanks who don't attack fast or hit hard to begin with. So big denies come out from the Dreamstate. I want to take a quick look at the healing meters. Look at those healing meters. Like, Dejin is actually topping them, but then 1, 2, 3 with the 3 supports, and you just cannot out damage when you have when you don't have the damage on your team and you got those triple heals.
The heals are just going to pretty much negate anything that you're able to get through in that first initial burst. So they're just turning around. There's the Rain of Edges going down. UFO caught in that for a second, but he's going to be able to make his way away. Looks like Dolphin Pizza going up against toe-to-toe with Echo inside of that tower. That's not going to work out well for him. Down he goes. It looks like Super is going to back off here. He's going to try to get him with the bomb, but it's not going to be enough. They're going to continue moving forward, trying to throw down seeds, get Pale Lift there, but he's going to back off as well. And again, this is looking ever more grim here for Keep Gaming, as Dreamstate just is taking exactly what they want and moving forward with relative ease here in this game.
16-13. We do actually have that tier ready to go here for Keep Gaming, but they are looking at Keep Pressure. Arthas and Dejin looking to see if they can secure themselves a Terror or Shambler off to the side. But, I mean, with Echo kind of pressuring the base here with, again, a very full and healthy roster from Dreamstate, because they still have not actually put down a death yet. They're actually in very much danger of taking this game flawless. You know, the old Mortal Kombat flawless victory at this point.
Would be exciting. Don't get to see that too often. I'd love to see a flawless victory. Looks like they're going to continue moving forward. Echo throw right in the line of that precision strike, but it's not going to do anything to him. There's a Shakanaw going down. It looks like he's going to try to rewind there, getting his abilities back up to continue moving forward. But Denvar moving forward, trying to get some shots in there on top of the team. But there's the Bloodlust. They're going to be turning around. There's Archon mode ready to go. Palif just taking huge shots to the face. Even with his ghouls there to try to heal him, it was not enough. He went down very quickly. This core now at less than 50% health, and I think this is going to be it here. They just have to continue moving forward, but will they get the perfect game? And yes, they do. 13-0 here, 14-minute and 5-second game for Dreamstate. They're going to take this series 2-0 against Keep Gaming.
Well, good game, well played to Dreamstate. Definitely a little bit more of a veteran roster, but Keep Gaming, I thought that they, you know, it did look very one-sided. Both games are actually very one-sided, but I definitely think that they were able to learn a little bit there from the first one. They gave up far less kills in the early game, and they were actually able to stay on top of their objectives reasonably well compared to that of the Cursed Tributes. So definitely saw some big improvement there. Hopefully they're going to take more under their belt, and in the next big one, you know, hopefully bring that experience back with them. Triple tank lineups just don't really work, ladies and gentlemen, as we saw right there. So, you know, best of luck to them, but I do believe it is only a single elimination here in the ESL Cup. And taking a quick look at the refreshed brackets, looks like Clairvoyant Gaming has done with their bye, and they're going to go up against Barrel Boys. We're going to try to jump into that here for our second game. Do stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, as we're going to try to get that here for your stream. Xander the Gamer and FourCourtJester, and we'll be right back.